Hey y'all, hey, 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 hey. Welcome back to Keisha's Crumbs. How y'all doing? I hope everyone is having a wonderful week. You have to forget the noise, honey. You have to forget the noise. I done had to go back to an old faithful knife sharpener because someone has been moving my things around, and my ergonomic sharpener that was right by my knife set is no longer there. So at some point, everything was taken off my kitchen countertop, and the knives are back up there, but the sharpener isn't. So I gotta do this. I'm doing a better job than I expected. How y'all doing? Guess what we're gonna be cooking today? Hey, hey. Guess what we'll be cooking today, y'all? We are going to cook some Asian shrimp fried rice. There is my rice. And I forgot I have a handy dandy fresh pineapple on hand. So I'm thinking I'm going to use my pineapple. We fried up the shrimp and Oooo-We KG on yesterday. See how beautiful that fries up? The light has it blown out just a little bit. Turn the light down for you. See how beautiful those are? Nothing but olive oil and Oooo-We KG, and at this point they have been in the refrigerator. I don't have any ponzu sauce, in which I wish I did. Ponzu, if you're not familiar with it, it's the little sauce that normally comes with like steamed or fried egg dumplings. They're very thin. Black sauce that normally has chives cut up in it. Citrusy, like lightly vinegary. I really like to use that, but they didn't have any in the store. But I did get this MIRIN. It's a MIRIN sauce. It's like it wants to be a vinegar, but it's more sweet. But it still has a fruity taste, so I'm going to use that. But in addition to that, I'm going to use this ginger. Now, if I were making up like a stir fry or some type of oriental dish, like real entree besides fried rice, then I would probably use some red wine vinegar to give me that acidity. But rice can be easily overpowered, right? It's just a few simple ingredients. Namely, we're going to add some peas and carrots, of course. We have sesame oil. I love cooking my fried rice dishes up with sesame oil. And I think I showed you all the ginger. I'm going to add the ginger just to give some of that, you know, that little bit of acidic flavor that the ponzu would have given us. And with rice, we want to turn our skillet up really high, y'all. I'm not going to say really high, but it needs to be up higher than usual. And then, of course, we're going to go in with olive oil. Now, of course, remember, I do have my sesame oil, so you may be wondering, why aren't you using your sesame oil? Sesame oil is very potent. Sesame seed oil is very potent. It's basically used to, I don't know if you've ever had like, sometimes when they do stir fries and it's not battered, it's just like coated in a sweet or spicy sauce, but it has a charred taste to it, something that's really deep and rich and kind of smoky. Well, this doesn't add smoke, but it gives you the same amount of depth somewhat because you have a nutty flavor. This actually gives your stir fries, like as it fries up with that oil, it's going to give it that deep nutty flavor. That's what I like about sesame oil. But you have to use very little sesame oil in your recipes. You definitely do this to taste. You can't just go and douse it in like you would soy sauce or teriyaki or anything like that. It's very potent. So for that reason, I'm not frying with it. I'm using it. It comes in the form of an oil, but it still is to be used as a flavor accent. Okay. So our shrimp are cooked. And I'm trying to think about the order, quite honestly, y'all. It's been a while since I made fried rice. I didn't feel like looking up a recipe. I almost always do. But I was like, you know what? I just want to fly by the seat of my pants. I just want to fly by the seat of my pants today, honey. Oh, yes. And so that's what I'm going to do. I have my garlic already cut up. Let's go in here and get, ouch, ouch, ouch. We're going to go ahead and, I don't know if I've showed you all, but we have our garlic here. So we're going to go ahead and rake this off of the countertop so that I just need to be able to get one clean cut on this pineapple, cut it in half. The girls are going to be surprised. Quite honestly, I don't even know. Now, Mariah eats pineapple. She eats it straight out the can, so I don't think she would mind having pineapple rice. But quite honestly, I don't even know if Shania's going to want it. So I still have yet to decide whether I'm going to cut the pineapple up inside of the rice, if that makes sense. I've never done this before either. I'm sure I could look this up and say, hey, what's the easiest way to cut a pineapple in half? Because so many people are using pineapples for their shrimp boats or stir fries. But I'm interested to see how easy or difficult it is. But hey, I didn't research, so I can't expect it to be all that easy, right? Knowing I've never done it before. Now it's a question of whether I cut through here or whether I cut through the bottom. If I cut through the bottom, then I have no way of stabilizing it from the top. So let me turn it this way so y'all can see what I'm doing. And as I'm doing this, I'm also trying to decide whether I want to go in with my rice. Can y'all still see this pan? Yeah. I'm trying to decide whether I want to go in with my rice first or, oh, also we have some onion, y'all. We're going to use diced onion. First of all, this isn't even all that flat, but just know that I love y'all, and that's why I'm just doing it how I feel. And hey, if I'm able to do this successfully, so I'm putting a lot of pressure on it, y'all. Raise it up now again. There's the knife in the middle. I'm putting a lot of pressure on it and just gently sawing down the middle. Okay, let me try to turn to the side. It feels like it's gonna go through pretty easily. Oh my goodness, y'all, and it really did. The only thing is that I'm cutting it a bit crooked. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. This is what happened, y'all. So I wasn't quite in the middle enough. I mean, you can still put this on the plate like that. But I wasn't quite in the middle enough. Let's sit this half to the side. And again, I was thinking, what should I go in the pot with first? I think it should be my rice because I want to dry my rice out. The shrimp are already cooked. So let me just start to carve out this pineapple first. See how I want to do this. I know how you do it once it's cut in spheres, but maybe I'll go down the... No, that's the core.
You may be thinking that she acts like she's never worked with a whole fresh pineapple before, and I haven't.
You all can see, because I know the middle, the core of the pineapple is what's really tough. So just as with most fruits, like a watermelon, I'm getting close to the perimeter as possible. Okay, and then my goal is to core this inside out. I wonder why people are doing this. This isn't all that difficult at all. Now, the middle part is hard. So again, I know how to cut it if we were cutting this to be served in spheres or pieces. but I don't know the best way to do it when it's half moon shape. Let me get a plate. I'll be right back. All right, y'all. So I just wanted to show y'all how I've cut it thus far. You can see I just went down the sides, kind of concave in the shape of the pineapple itself. And then after I get it scored out, I'm making additional cuts to try and get the fruit to lift up and out like that. Y'all see that? And then once I get these first few pieces out, bring y'all over a tad bit more so you can see. See me putting the rice in, it's starting to smoke. Now that's why it's called fried rice, y'all. It may be kind of difficult to hear me over this fan, but that's why it's called fried rice. You put it in there with your oil and keep it moving. We are truly frying the rice and drying it out. This is one wok that I have, so I decided to go ahead and use it. Normally I only use this pan for fried rice. I normally only use this pan for my pecan candy. This is what I put my pralines in, honey. But I said, well, since we're doing rice and it's a wok, let me go ahead and use it. But you can't be afraid of the oil. Okay, this is regular olive oil. You're going to fry with regular olive oil. And then remember, everything else is a seasoning for this rice. You want to taste it as you go. And then this is going to be extra good, y'all, because I boiled this rice in chicken stock. So it actually has a flavor to it. We're just frying it up. I know I'm a bit of a distance from, I don't want the recording to die, so that's why I had to plug it up. But we are frying that rice up. You want to get it good and hot and you're drawing most of the moisture out of it. Now, once you have that rice where you want it to be, can you just bring onions out the drawer and wash them for me? What you do is you push your rice up to the side. That's why it's good to have a wok. Because you want to keep your rice out the way by pushing it up on the side of the pan. There's none in there? I thought it was. See how I push it up on the side of the pan? And then I'm going to go back in the middle with some more oil. And whatever I want to cook from this point, I'm going to cook it in the middle. And we're going to go in with some onion. A handful right there in the middle. And use the middle surface portion of your pan to fry your veggies up or do whatever it is you're doing. If something you know it needs to be cooked, like these onions, you want them cooked down. Also, I'm going to go ahead and put some ginger in here. Remember, that's going to add my citrus and acidity as well. And then I have the garlic. All of it just goes in the middle, and you use the middle of the pan as your cooking surface. It would help if I had a smaller spoon. Just FYI to y'all, I'm not going to dirty up another spoon, but just FYI, you can use a smaller spoon. So be careful not to draw your rice in and leave your rice on the side. And I'm just stirring the onion and ginger together. And get y'all see like this for now. See what I mean? That's the onion and ginger in the middle. Let me cut up these green onion to go in here as well. And then I'm going to give y'all over here a shot. You want these vegetables to start caramelizing, getting some color to them, getting sweet and brown. Let me cut up green onions. I'll be right back. All right, y'all got the green onions. Y'all know if this were my fried rice, because we'll call it house fried rice, and we would go crazy. Oh, yes. If you just let that rice sit on the side, because it's actually continuing to draw out moisture and it's getting that charred fried flavor to it, and that's what you want. Okay, I wouldn't put any seasonings. You know, if this were any other type of dish, normally you'd be in a rush to put some sort of seasoning or something in there. I wouldn't put any other seasoning because you're going to use your sauces that I showed you all in the bottle. You're going to use those sauces. Okay, we just want to soften these vegetables and the ginger. You need to have a wooden spoon so that you can continue to scrape up those golden bits from the bottom of the pan without damaging the pan. Now I can turn my heat down just a little bit. And continue to push the rice up. So you can see our veggies are in the middle. It is so fragrant and beautiful. And baby, that ginger is making it sing. Y'all know these are practically done. Our shrimp is done. That's why this is truly one of the easiest meals you can make. I'm not just gonna fill it up with vegetables because I want it to be balanced. I don't want them to feel like they're just eating peas and carrots. So I'm not gonna put that whole bag in here. Wait until the end to season until everything tastes beautiful. The ginger, oh goodness. Okay, so y'all see that? I should have at least been on this eye, huh, y'all? I'm sorry. I be trying, y'all, but I'm in a rush too. I'm gonna eat this piece. I dropped that one. See the part. I dropped that one. See the part in the middle is hard. Now I cut this pineapple even further down. Like I said, I'm sure it's a million different ways to do it. All I had to do was look up one. but I didn't. Okay. I'll be back when I finish cutting up the pineapple. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna turn this down for now, but I just wanted to show you. So I have cored out the pineapple. You can see. Not the best job, but it's done. I'm gonna pour the excess juice in there. And then we have this as well. Okay. We've added our peas and carrots. So once you stir the peas and carrots separate in the middle of the pan with the rice on the side, then you go ahead and bring it all together. The peas, the carrots, the carrots, and the veggies. Okay, just gonna mix them all together. My ginger is in here, my onions are in here. At this point, I have some fresh green onion cut up. I'll use some for garnish, but definitely I always want green onion and rice. I thought I didn't have any for a second. I still haven't seasoned this rice yet, because once I add liquid, the rice is going to stop frying. It won't fry as much because the liquid is going to cause steam. So I'm going to use those seasonings for last. The MIRIN. Let me just taste. Okay. We'll add a little more olive. You put your egg in the middle. Because we have a few more ingredients. Again, this is to help fry. Not seasoned. And then while this is heating back up from me stirring in the peas and carrots, I'm going to cut down my pineapple some more. Some of the pieces are harder than the others. The ones that were close to the core are harder, of course. I want to cut them small, just naturally. I want to cut them really small, but I'm not going to do that because I know part of the presentation is being able to see the pineapple fried up in the rice. So for that reason, I'm not going to cut it too small. Great pineapple. Those pieces are pretty hard. This piece. You really don't get quite as much out of it as you would expect, so you wouldn't have to worry about your rice just being overloaded with pineapple anyway. At least you didn't cook enough rice. I don't want the things to be turned off. Now, the last thing you do before you add your meat, now if we were doing chicken, you know, we could do chicken fried rice, lobster fried rice, crab fried rice, whatever kind you want. But again, you're always going to come back and make that well in the middle. Okay. Put your olive oil down. And then we're going to add our egg. You don't see a lot of people do this, but I don't want to say this is the proper way to do it. I'll just say this is the way I've always known to do it. I'm going to try to get 4 in here. If you feel like you have to season now, then that's your prerogative, completely up to you. We like a lot of egg in our rice. But I'm gonna season everything at the end at one time. This over. So we got pineapple and we got shrimp. These are my containers that I buy for customers and food prep. Okay, at this point I do want to get a fork. Because you want to be able to whisk your eggs. Can y'all see that? I'll show you. I just go in and you start scrambling them right in the middle. And then once they get scrambled, you incorporate them into the egg. Y'all see that? I'm sorry, you incorporate them into the rice. Should be able to hook y'all at this point. I don't want to lose you. Oops. There you go. You use as many eggs as you please, but you want those eggs to get done. Okay, we're gonna get the egg cooked, y'all, and we'll be back. Just let it keep cooking and leave the rice off to the side. This rice is steadily drying out, which that's how you want it to be, so we can have that fried flavor. All right, y'all, here we go. See, fried rice is simple, not many ingredients, but you can't rush it. Not if you want to have that fried flavor. Too many times I've had like homemade fried rice and basically just tastes like a casserole almost. The key is the fried rice flavor, so you have to layer in your oils. You have to cook things in layers. You have to allow your different vegetables and your rice time to brown, your eggs like you see here. And the difference is why it's important to me. You won't see everybody do this, but the reason why I like to put my eggs separate in the middle is because if you were to just go and stir it raw right into the rice, then the rice doesn't maintain its own flavor profile. I mean, the egg doesn't maintain its own flavor profile. The egg just starts tasting like everything in the rice. You want to bite into your rice and have, be able to taste every single thing. You don't want the egg to just taste like the entire pan of fried rice. Okay? So that's why you fry separately first. Then you incorporate, like you see me doing here. right up hard, so you're gonna have those nice clumps in there. You're gonna get those nice clumps of it. Not just little bitty pieces here and there. Okay. See how beautiful it is? I'm making sure I'm using my wooden spoon. Very important, non-stick pan. Even though you can see this rice is sticking, it's gonna stick some, but you want to have a nice wooden spoon. You be able to scrape it up like this. Beautiful flavor. Okay. And before I even add my shrimp, I know what shrimp tastes like. I'm gonna go in for sure, number one, with my sesame oil. Gotta have that nutty flavor from the sesame oil. Stir it up. It probably was about a teaspoon and a half. Ooh, you can smell it. As soon as that sesame oil hits the pan, you can smell it. I love sesame oil. I haven't made fried rice in about 3 years, honestly. More than 3 years. The last time I made it, I was in Louisiana, and I've been in Texas for 4.5. So this is just to give it that woody essence. This is going to flavor it. Your MIRIN. You don't want it too sweet because, well, we already have pineapple. Okay, we're not, and also another thing, you're not trying to make it taste as seasoned as it would be once it's on somebody's plate, because some people like to add soy sauce, some people don't. So you just want to flavor it enough where it doesn't taste bland, to leave room for people to still be able to go in and season to their individual taste. You just want to make sure it's flavorful. Give them a good foundation. This is beautiful, y'all. Beautiful. I'm about to take the phone off the tripod so you can really see it. Taste what we're working with. Yes. So definitely enough sesame, just the right amount of sesame. We're gonna go in with a little more MIRIN. And this is reduced sodium, so it doesn't have quite as much sodium. Hitting it real harder. With some red sauce. You gotta keep stirring. If you ever been to one of those restaurants and Chinese restaurants with an open kitchen, you see that's the thing, high flame. Keep stirring, keep everything moving. Okay? I don't want a bunch of water in my shrimp, a bunch of juice to make it mushy. So I'm gonna do this.
One thing to keep in mind, y'all, is that this shrimp was already cooked. I had it as leftovers, which is why I made the decision to make shrimp pineapple rice. Had the shrimp been raw, I would have fried it in the middle of the pan as we did the peas and carrots as well as onion.
Stir that in. Y'all, then we're gonna go in with our pineapple. And pineapple is just gonna add a little sweetness to it. Like I said, definitely won't hurt since we're missing our tamarind. I mean our ponzu sauce. overhead. All right, y'all. Now the rice is stirred up. I added a few more shrimp. I'll tell y'all what I added. I added a few more shrimp because I was supposed to be saving half of those shrimp to make seafood egg rolls, but I was just gonna throw more shrimp. But y'all, I have never had pineapple rice, and I'm not, but it tastes so good. Inside that fried rice, and I'll be honest, y'all, I had to hit it with a little ooh-wee. Because what I found is that, and it's funny because my mom told my girls and I this several months ago. What I found is that when I'm cooking now, if I taste something, it will taste like something is missing. And no matter what I add, in some cases, it seems like something is still missing. And I think it's because my palate wants to taste that ooh-wee. So now I've added the ooh-wee and it tastes perfect. But y'all, those bits of pineapple are just like, oh my God, that is such a nice touch. And surprised to have just bits of pineapple throughout the nice citrusy burst through your mouth when you chew down on it with the savory rice. I'm gonna plate her up, y'all, and I'll be right back.
Joe made this beat.
Get subscribe to the channel you wanna see. We got the sweet and the savory, which one you wanna eat? Got some chicken and ribs, that's some movie KG. That season of homemade, man, it put you on your feet. Make you laugh and shout, not talking to a degree. Got a variety of food that I know you like to eat. If you wanna try it for yourself, hope you come and see. You can even come and get it, or we do delivery. Kisses Crowns, we just wanna be the best at this. We just make our food with effectiveness and elegance. Kisses Crowns, we just wanna be the best at this. We just make our food with effectiveness and elegance. Yeah.